Hi, BK. First of all, what do you think made the difference for them?
Um, they played with more intent than us in the first half, but our guys surely responded in the second. Our defense, our physicality, our rebounding, we turned them over 13 times. I give our guys a lot of credit for answering the bell in the second half. Terrific effort. We just got to do it for the whole game. We started well, but we had a tough stretch there in the end of the first, through the second a little bit. Good finish to the second quarter. But we came out with some intent on our defense, and we made it hard on them. And then we started playing our brand of basketball in the second half.
20 shot attempts for Bilal. Did you like his aggressiveness? What did you think about the attempts that he took?
I love his aggressiveness. The only thing I'm concerned with Bilal, his is the second game in a row, the free throw attempts. Like, he's our number one driver. He drives the ball in the paint. He did not take a free throw tonight. We took one free throw in the first half. We took just as many shots in the paint at the rim as they did, and that's actually not their game. And we had one, they had 16. So we're going to continue to Bilal to put his head down and get to the rim. He will eventually get that, but something has to change.
Coach, can you speak to Justin's willingness to guard bigger players?
Justin's got a lot of fight. That's who he is. He's a competitor. We can switch him on to different matchups. Obviously, the rebounding tonight stood out. I think he had 14. But it was really our defensive energy in the second half. That's what got us in the game, the fight. And that's what we've been showing lately. We just didn't do it for a little stretch there at the end of the second. End of the first, beginning of the second.
How much of the current slump that the team is in is because of injuries, and how much of it is deeper than that?
Never use the injuries. We got guys who are capable of playing. We're playing better basketball. The defense is getting better. We're playing more to how we want to play, faster, getting more threes up. So I think we're turning in the right direction. We'll welcome bodies back, so I want everybody to play, but we never use that here.
With the foul disparity, do you think it's like a lack of respect from referees for the younger players on the team? What do you think is contributing to this second game in a row you've talked about? So
I'm not going to be guess up here. That's not my job to do. I'm just stating what happened.
And then we talked pregame about the the five offensive ball handlers that they have. What did you see from it in game that about its effectiveness? And then what do you like about where your team is in the process of trying to get to that point?
We're getting closer. I also talked about 5 guys who can defend, which they can. But we also show that when we play with that intent, when we have physicality like we did in the second half, that we can defend top offensive teams 2 games in a row. We can show really good stretches. We got to do it for longer. We got to do it better. But that's our challenge, and that's what we're here to do. We got a couple of days of practice here to get better. But like, our guys showed what we're capable of being defensively against an elite offensive team, and we did that obviously a little bit versus Cleveland too at times. So some improvement, getting better, but we're always going to ask for more because our players want that. They want to keep improving.
What have you thought about the multiple ball handlers that you guys are trying to integrate? Bilal, Bub.
It's great. We want guys attacking. That's how we're going to grow our team. We're still in that growth phase. So Bilal getting every rep he can get, Bilal every rep he can get, Alex handling the ball and pushing. Those are all things that are going to help us as we continue to push through the season and develop the identity we want to play and the style we want to play.
Brian, did you see a drop-off, just at least in terms of performance, when you had to break the lineup?
When I had to, what do you mean, like substitution?
Well, yeah. When you
No, I didn't feel that. We extended some of our guys a little bit more minutes. Like, those guys have been great. Like, we had a nice push from a lot of those guys in Cleveland. So we brought in Marvin gave us a great push at the start of the third quarter. Alex got in foul trouble. We wanted to try Marv out. Gave us a lot of good energy. So like, all of our guys have contributed. Johnny had a big contribution the other night. So sometimes teams just go on runs. That happens. Sometimes it's lineup. Sometimes it's just what happens during a game. But all of our guys have been contributing.
I see that Jonas played 9 minutes. Was that because of the spacing that Boston had in terms of that kind of matchup?
A little bit he was fine. Alex got a quick foul there at the start of the third. So I didn't want to put, Jonas in right away, to break his rotation. And Marvin just played well, and we just kept him out there. And then Alex's turn was to come back. But nothing to do with Jonas' play. It's just one of those games where Alex got a foul and wanted to give Marvin a look early, and he produced when he did.
This new starting 5 you guys have with Justin at the 4 has been really effective for you guys. What have you liked about that combination of players and what they bring?
I think it's our growth as a team. We're getting back to how we want to play, and that's we want to defend, we want to rebound, and then we want to play with pace. I thought we played with much more pace in the second half. Our rebounding was better. We were able to get out in transition and kick the ball ahead. But that always starts with our defense. I think Justin gives us some stability with that and his physicality on defense and rebounding.
With the way that Justin has played, is he someone who's carving out a role for himself even when some players come back from injury?
This is why he's here. We value all of our guys, so Justin's earned an opportunity. We'll see how that evaluate that as that comes when guys come back.
Coach, what can young players learn going through tough stretches like this on a team scale?
How to have resiliency, how to have stick-to-itness, how to show up every day. I think that's what the NBA is. A lot of people don't realize the NBA is a daunting challenge, lots of games, but I think you can develop a lot in these situations. How we want to play, your growth in your own game, fighting through tough times for yourself and as teammates. And then you can see that's what our team does. like. We challenged them at halftime. They came out and produced. So we have a group that wants to get better.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.